Hi, it's Wasabi. Welcome back to the channel. Today's battle's on the Himmelsdorf map, and we've got Randz from Big Daddy Clan in the Kranvagn. It's the tier 10 Swedish heavy tank, and tier 9, tier 10 battle. It's also a standard battle, so 2 caps and kill everyone or cap out. 15-minute time there. Now, as you're probably aware, Kranvagn's got very strong frontal armour, very nicely angled turret, and pretty punchy gun. So there's a whole bunch of tanks heading to the hill, got some TVs covering the banana alley, and 1 or 2 covering the 1-2 line there. It's a bit of a weakness having a few tanks on the 1-2 side, but see what happens there. Typically medium tanks come up in that spot and take shots at the TVs, but in case, see what happens. As it's heading for this fairly well protected spot, keeps your hull protected. So just exposing your turret over here. It's a very good position for the Kranvagn. In fact, any tank with a good frontal turret armor. Again, you've got to watch out for your cupola getting sniped, and you can snipe the cupola on a Kranvagn, so the typical defensive mechanism is to lift your gun up so that it's covering that from the direction your enemies are at. Alright, so it's got a target here, E4, it's going for the front sprocket. Oh, and he's got a nice shot on Sharpshooter that popped out. Puts his 3rd shot in, but unfortunately it doesn't penetrate. But they've got that E4 stuck there for the moment. Must have used this repair kit and got shot again. So finally on the move. That was the T55A who was on the hill, and the enemy lost tank, so pretty even at the moment, although Randz7 got a bit of an edge in hit points. He's got the side of the enemy Kranvagn there, no problem going through there. Standard shells, and in fact, we'll see if Randz needs to use anything other than his standard shells. I know that's not common in tier 10, but it is possible. So certainly using them on side armor would be sort of relatively useless. So, sorry, as in using premium shells on side armor, doesn't really get any real benefit. So using standard shells does certainly makes a lot of sense. He's not giving this position up here, and you can see this Sharpshooter 4 peeking around the corner. So you just have to be aware of that. The good point about this position, like any good position, is you've got an escape route. The escape route is to back off and just drop back down the hill. And that lets him use his good gun depression and angle. So again, he's just exposing the top of his turret to when he comes around.
Withdraw from that position.
So 277 does the regular thing, goes out sideways against the enemy, which is what this Kranvagn is doing. But it obviously makes the least use of your own armour. So it's going to be a cupola there on E4, and that unfortunately doesn't penetrate. The team's going backwards a little bit. Actually, they've got more hit points, but they're losing tanks, so they just got one back. And finally they get rid of the Kranvagn and the E4. But now they've got tanks that are pushed up here. So he's got the Object 140 who's looking in a different direction. He's got his tanks driving in front of him. I suppose it's helpful to have your team pushing, but not when they're in front of your gun and you've got a nice juicy target. You need to push the support while it's reloading. The Kranvagn's got a reasonably short reload time, which is good. This 140 is still alive, so Randz got his shots back now. Yes, it's the kill. So that is his first kill, and his team's starting to pull us back. And he's got shots in here on the Object 268 V4. So a nice outshot there, but that was just the end of his clip. First one missing, I think, so it's not a sniping gun. Nonetheless, he's now at over 3k damage, which is handy. Oh, he's got a nice target down below. And he kills the Object 263 with one shot. Given that's all the hit points he had left. So he's got another target coming up here. That's the V4 coming back. And he's got a good chance of shooting down on the top. Makes, less use of its armour. And it sets him on fire, but his fire extinguisher kicks in. But one more shot and he's a dead tank. And it's just baiting the shot there. Potentially doesn't have the gun elevation to shoot up. No, hard to tell. But Artie fires in and see Artie's relocated to the 1-2 line. And they've basically left. There's no tanks left on that side, so his own team's Artie has pulled back and gets the kill on the V4. And that brings up 4.7k of damage. He bounces the incoming round of the PTA, so he decides the best place to be is not there. PTA obviously shooting from the 3 line there, but now there's just the PTA, a 60 TP and 2 Arties, so time for Randz to make a move. He's got nearly all his hit points. And his team is doing pretty well. Look where the enemy Artie is. The 261 has come up all the way, trying to shotgun the T95 perhaps, and they can see the 60 TP on the alley, and this is going to be pretty useful for Randz if he doesn't tip his tank over. So he can come around behind the 60 TP, get at least one shot in on the rear, yes, which he has. Gets one shot in, 60 TP starts to turn, now he'll get a side shot and he gets the kill. So this game pretty much in the hands of Randz's team. T95's doing the right thing, facing towards where the Artie was. Looks like the Leopard PTA has gone up to the cap and they've got both of them on cap, well, one of them now. So good time for Randz to come in. Here we go, this Leopard PTA. Well, Randz may well take a hit here, but that's okay. He's got plenty of hit points and he can dispose of the PTA one shot more. Goes for the ram, gets the kill, and he'll get one more shot into the Object 261 and he gets another kill. So that's 6 kills there to Randz. That brings up his top gun and 6k of damage, so doing very well here. So he's on the reload here now. They've got to hunt down the remaining Artie. Now they've got the Batchat Artie from Randz's team is heading down towards the cap area. He's either scouting or looking to get the cap points if needed. Randz will take a much more direct round, I would think. Oh, look, surprise, surprise, he's found the Object 212, or the 212A, but he gets a hit into Randz, but again, no problem. Randz gets the kill. So 7 kills out of Randz and 6.5k of damage. That's a great result. Okay, let's have a look at the breakdown of the results. Top Gun, of course, for getting over 6 kills, and the Pascucci's medal for killing the 2 Arties, and an Ace Tanker Mastery badge there. Really nice result there. Got some decent amount of bonds there too. Must have been some missions completed. So you can see he's damaged a lot of tanks there. I'll have a look at that in a second. Team score 1430 base experience. That is really useful. Base level well above the rest of his team. And okay, they did have one tank doing over 3k, which was the STB1. Now that probably is the reason he didn't get the high caliber award. He did get the most damage, and I would think pretty close to 20%, but he did have a tank cross in front of him while he was shooting, from his own team that is, so that would disqualify you from the high caliber award. There's quite a few people who wonder why that doesn't happen to them. That's generally the reason. You either hit them with your tank as you're driving and do some minor damage, or put a shot into them even though there's no team damage anymore. That definitely will disqualify you from high caliber. In any case, on the enemy team, they had the Object 268 V4 doing over 4k, so great damage there, and the T30 finishing on top of experience. Both of them getting over 500 in a losing team. That's pretty good value. All right, 26 shot fired, 23 hits and 17 penetrations. We saw how that worked. He had some personal reserves running, which is always useful at tier 10, and some battle payments from the clan, which is good. As you can see, he did not fire anything other than standard ammunition, so his only real cost apart from a bit of repair to his vehicle was 26k for the ammo, so he made a very decent profit at tier 10 of 119,000, and you can't argue with that. Anyway, great game there, Randz. Thanks very much for the content. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. It definitely helps the video get attention. If you haven't subscribed to the channel already, please consider doing that. We'll have more great content to follow, and thanks very much for watching.